lads.
Hello, welcome to the Goat Sessions episode 3. I'd like to start this one off with a formal apology. Everything I say is a joke, and when I told people to go and die last week for believing in star sign, no, for judging people based on their star sign, I said go and die with quite a lot of chest at the camera. I want everyone to know right now that was my character speak. No,
I like that. No, I like that.
No, that was.
This is a wig.
Yeah, it's all a character. No, I'm joking.
2020 vision.
Sorry for saying go and die though. That wasn't in my character. Do rethink everything that you think about though, because it's fucking bullshit.
3 episodes in, you've already pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, we need the views, so try not to die.
I don't even think it's the fact that about the star sign thing. I think telling anyone to die is a really fucking horrible thing. But you know, some people should go and die.
For fuck's sake.
Just if you
So
believe
tune in next week for that apology.
If you touch kids, go and die. That's that's okay. So that's okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's next week's
That's
apology.
a joke. I'd like to start this episode again for and I need to say an apology for sympathising with people that touch kids.
What?
When did that happen?
He just went, well.
Oh, you mean just?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to start
10
it by
seconds ago.
sympathising.
Right, okay.
Oh, okay.
So shall we just go into the great pandemic of star signs?
Okay. Yeah. So
Because we like nudged to it last time, hence the necessity of apology.
yeah, I think
Just don't offend anyone.
no, it just riles me up, man, because like. I don't know. It's just such a faddy thing at the minute that everyone believes in.
It's not like a new thing. It's always been a thing, but currently it seems to be like, oh, I'm such a Leo, or I'm like this because I'm a Taurus.
Star signs is like the new religion, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
with how religion came about and people believed in religion so much is like a thing to give them answers. That's how star signs have been. It's like, what are you going to do today? I'm going to read my horoscope.
I don't
Because
think
it
it's
makes
even
me feel
that.
better.
I think it's an excuse for shitty behaviour.
Yeah, I think it is as
It
well.
validates
Which is fucked
your
because in
being an asshole.
any star sign talk, when it's like, okay, you're a fucking asparagus, whatever you are. It's like, you've got, this is your star sign. But then that only applies
I'm a cantaloupe.
if you're a...
I want to see that.
A good
Yeah, like, literally.
Fuck, it's like a fucking grocers up there.
But you got your good star sign and your bad star sign, so where do you draw
Oh,
the line on that?
mine's apparently, I've been told, a bad one.
Mine's the worst.
What are you?
What are you?
Well, what are
Hang
you
on,
all?
Sorry,
Okay.
what star sign are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
I'm a Gemini.
Is that bad?
Yeah, apparently Geminis are the ones
What
that
are you?
like, hate everyone else.
Libra.
What are you?
That's a rare one.
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah, so I'm apparently a side.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yeah, no, I've been told that I'm
It is a banger.
It is a banger. I've been told I'm a quintessential Scorpio
Yeah,
as
I've
well.
got that as well, man.
But I don't know what that means. So
No.
it's all
To be
irrelevant
fair,
to
It's
me.
alright though.
To be fair-
Anything bad that's happened, your Mercury's in Gatorade, so it's fine.
Aren't scorpions quintessential Scorpios?
No, because if they was born in June, then they're Geminis.
Oh, snap.
Shit.
It all depends on
I
what's-
don't know about the breeding and gestation period
Of the scorpions.
of the scorpions.
Of the scorpions.
Well, actually, a lot
Unless
of,
all
No,
scorpions
a lot
are...
of,
They're going to
a
be
lot of
born.
animals have mating periods, and they
absolutely,
all
yeah.
give. So maybe scorpions are Scorpios.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe humans are meant to have...
Yeah, they probably are. I reckon we should shag in the winter. It's warm.
we should check in the winter.
And give birth in the
Yeah, but
summer.
like
What do you do in the summer then?
Give birth.
apparently the
What?
biggest.
But what if you didn't get pregnant?
Peak.
Peak.
Get yourself checked.
Most birthdays apparently are like in the summer because of like people shagging around Christmas.
Oh, I'm a Valentine's Day accident.
Yeah.
So I was literally born 9 months after Valentine's
Someone
Day.
told me that the most common birthday is my birthday, which is October the 5th, because 9 months before is New Year. Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
yeah.
So yeah, but there's loads of birthdays.
Which
Middle
makes
of
sense.
November.
So it's
Yeah.
many drunken accidents.
No, but right, if you look, 9 months after Christmas, 9 months after New Year, 9 months after Valentine's Day, there's always a bunch of birthdays
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
there.
Absolutely,
a baby
yeah.
boom.
How many fucking religious people, like Christians, are like just fucking 9 months before Christmas?
Just to
give
give birth to
Yeah.
to the second coming. Come on.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean, but-
Jesus was born in the summer, wasn't he?
Yeah, like because of there's something with the leaves that they brought in or something like that. And where
What's he
the-
got
where
two
the
then?
North
Is he
Star
like the
was.
Queen?
I don't think it was like the Queen. I think they changed it because of the pagan calendar.
The
But
Coke
in
advert.
every religion, there is a deity or a god of some sort that was born around the same day, and Jesus obviously is one of them. But then it all fell towards Christmas Day. And I think Christianity put it 25th December because it fell in line. I could be wrong. But
I'm pretty sure they put it
then.
then because it's the same with like All Hallows Eve and like with Easter and shit like that. They basically picked pagan holidays and took them over to eliminate
Christmas is the
paganism.
most pagan holiday.
I reckon.
Yeah, but that's why they picked that one for his birthday.
I reckon God moved his birthday because
then.
he really didn't want to give him a pool party.
No, he didn't want a double present. It's like, I'm not spending money on your birthday and Christmas.
You think? I think
So
he
I'm
just
combining both.
hates pool parties and having loads of kids
Right,
around
okay.
the fucking
On the
gaff.
first day, God created light and dark, but it wasn't until was it the second or the third day that he created the sun? So how the fuck was there light and
Dude,
dark?
we'll
if
get
there
onto
was-
that. I need to like preface everything that I've fucking said in the last
Go on.
episode. Whereas it is the new pandemic. I think star signs.
I don't think it's a new pandemic. It's a
No, it's so
it's a
fashionable.
refreshed pandemic.
So fashionable.
It's also not a pandemic.
It was
It
quite,
is,
I think it was quite fashionable in the 90s.
Yeah, no, dude, hell, like back in the day, like Mystic Meg used to have all that shit on like the National Lottery and stuff, and like
it was like
it was a thing. And it was like
But it
every,
was
they were
70s
more
as well,
like
every girl's like girl, there's women's magazines and stuff like that, and in newspapers and stuff. The horoscopes
they
were
were
in there.
more like kind of like astrological, horoscopy, really kind of celebrities. in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
90s,
yeah,
you know what I
that
mean?
was a thing. Yeah,
I just think like
well, you could literally be famous for knowing astrology.
I think it's just very dangerous, and like on a serious note, it is quite dangerous judging someone based.
Do you think people
purely-
do though?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're not a compatible star sign,
I've
No
met
one's-
people.
I've
fucking
never met
interested.
anyone who've been like,
I think it's
we
more our
can't
age,
ban
man.
because you were born in the middle of November.
it's absolutely
It's
fucking
our age.
our
At the minute, I've had full blown hours of conversation with people and then tell them what my fucking star sign is, and then they're completely off. They go,
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe it's because you say go kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to help your cause.
Yeah, but like
What's that sound like? You go kill yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know what the conversation's taking to start turn. Like, all of a sudden, she's not into me anymore.
Like that's it. She goes, "Oh, what's your star sign?" And he just turns around and goes, "Why don't you just go fucking
Kill yourself."
right now?" And she just turns around and goes, "You must be a Gemini."
You know
Yeah.
what's mad?
And then the day afterwards, he'll be like, I don't know why this girl, we were going great, and then she mentioned star signs, and all of a sudden it just turned. Did you mention her she should go kill herself? Yeah, I probably did.
Do you know what's mad? The other day, actually, I was chatting to someone and I was like, "Do you believe in star signs?" She was like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake."
Wholeheartedly.
And then-
Wholeheartedly.
And then I went, "All right then, if you think you're such fucking Billy Big Bollocks."
I mean, again, that's not going to help your cause. It's not. Like, maybe the problem is your attitude towards these people.
Yeah, definitely
rather than the problem itself.
But I went, "Guess my star sign." And she went, "Gemini." And I went, "Fuck."
Isn't it worse really to the stereotype? though?
How many are there?
12?
12.
Because there's 12 months.
No, I don't know if it
No, no,
works.
it's
and
not-
I'm
No,
on
there's-
Facebook.
but the
No,
overlap,
I know, but there are 12.
So there are 12.
There are 12.
Okay.
But there's a new fucking
that's the
star
one in
sign
12
in there.
chart.
There's a
What's
new
the
one
new one?
apparently. I don't know, but apparently
There's
there's a
not a new
new
month,
one,
is
and
there?
it
Is that
shifted all
asparagus?
the fucking.
No, that was meant to be a thing.
No, that's clickbait, isn't it?
No,
it might be
I
clickbait.
remember reading a thing that was like, and everyone was like, "I'm not changing my star sign," so
Yeah.
like they just ignored it.
Oh, fuck
tell you what-
off.
I'll tell you what's
these
mad though,
fucking
like-
star signs.
What's the name of the pub we're in?
The goat's head.
The goats,
And what's the name?
Yeah.
What's the name of the
the goat
podcast?
sessions.
Right. And what are you?
Oh, excuse me.
Bless
I'm a
you.
Libra.
And what's a Libra?
Scales.
I thought it was a fucking goat.
Nah, you got
No,
it
that's
wrong, didn't
Taurus.
you?
That's
I
Taurus.
think.
That
What's
is
the
Taurus.
fucking
No,
bull?
that's
Oh,
a
Taurus is the
bull.
bull. Hang on. you
What's
know
the
what?
goat one?
Capricorn.
Uh,
But it's
No,
like
it's not.
a
Is it?
goatfish. isn't
no,
it?
I think it might be. I thought there was a correlation there. I was going to say, oh.
Right, the star signs are. What the fuck have I just clicked on?
Dude,
Come
you're gonna buy a fucking chart.
I did not mean to do that.
Septic
if your
peg.
if your star sign is scales, does that mean you have to fucking weigh everything that you
Right,
do?
Capricorn,
honest God.
Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. What the fuck is that?
I've never heard that before.
Ophicus?
That's probably the new one. That's
Not
fucking
included in the original zodiac.
Okay.
And
Right.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius,
Cool,
alright.
cool.
So what's the picture for each of them?
They're all symbols, aren't they?
Yeah. So I know Aquarius is like water or a
It's-
jug or some shit.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini's
Right,
a
Aquarius is
There's a
a
woman with a-
fish.
Yeah,
That's
see, that's the thing,
Pisces,
there's-
isn't it?
No, yeah,
Aries,
Pisces
Aries
fish.
is like a gnarly ram.
Aries is an eye ram. Cancer's
Oh,
a
okay,
lobster.
Aries is the ram.
Yeah.
Capricorn is what the honestly.
It's like a fish
help me
goat.
out. It is like a fish goat.
It's like a yeah.
Gemini is two things, two
Two
women.
things, mate. Because I'm just.
Oh,
Leo's a
like-
lion,
it's
Libra
the
scales.
6 and the 9, isn't it? The
No,
fucking-
Gemini's the two eyes. I think.
Pisces
It's twins.
is
Yeah, it's twins.
what the fuck
Twins,
is
alright.
Pisces? Is that like two fucking?
Two like
Two
koi
fish.
carp.
Okay, Sagittarius is
So
bow and
why is there
arrow.
so many fucking
Couple of
fish
fish.
related?
Scorpio is a
fucking-
scorpion. Taurus is
Leo's a lion, right?
Satan.
yeah, and Virgo's
Satan.
a chick.
I tell you what. Google
Virgo's a chick.
what star sign is Satan.
When's his birthday?
I don't fucking know.
What star sign was Jesus?
The 6th of the 6th.
He was Sagittarius.
It was July, wasn't he?
No, he was, well, technically, well, not technically or non-technically, he was December 25th, so he's a Sagittarius.
That's so Sagittarius of him.
So Sagittarius.
His actual birthday was
my God.
Was like summer.
Always walking on water.
Yeah, it's the water one. It's
Well, they're saying that like July only came about.
What star sign
isn't it?
is Lucifer?
No, Aquarius is water, surely, because
This is the dawning.
What's Sagittarius? The sign?
I don't fucking know.
Lucifer's a Leo.
Like
Like Lucifer's a Leo.
Sick.
How does it work though? Because there was only 10 months in a year.
Dude, right, it's all bullshit. This is where I'm going with it.
Like, the thing is, it is bullshit.
The Roman Empire, like through emperors, put in extra. There was August for Augustus. There was July for Julius.
No, what it is.
No, that was fuck, I did a podcast
What
about
it
this before,
is.
about the calendars.
What it is you're born
That is
under
true.
the skies of what stars cover. What is it? Fucking.
Yeah, so where the stars are when you're born.
What's it called when stars make a picture? Constellation.
Constellations, yeah.
Correlation.
You're born whenever you're born under that sky. I think
Constantinople.
it is because there's obviously like Gemini stars, there's Taurus stars. So I think whatever the stars above you were when you was born, I think is what it is. I'm
That's
not
your
sure.
star sign.
Yeah, but how does that work around the world? Because if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're going to see that fucking
I
star
don't
sign. But in
fucking
the
know,
southern
mate.
hemisphere, you're not going to see
Phoebe Bridges just says it.
Flat
Born
Earth.
under
Phoebe
Scorpio.
Bridges said it. It's
Flat
true.
Earth. Flat Earth.
Shout out Phoebe Bridges, please.
Born under
No, but-
Scorpio
Sponsor us.
skies.
Absolutely. Like if you're in the northern
That's about
hemisphere,
Dad.
you're going to see a different amount of stars, and you're on the southern
Oh
hemisphere.
yeah, that is the thing in Kyoto.
So where does that fucking work?
Are all lions Leos?
Yeah, right.
we're gonna do the whole
let's get over where and how because we don't know.
Yeah, I need
Right.
to go on to the disgusting behaviour.
That's what we need to.
It's not disgusting. Do whatever the fuck you want, but like, just don't treat people like shit just because they've got a fucking different star sign. I personally believe you are who you are because of the people that you hang out with when you're younger, the upbringing that your parents give you, the books, the music that you listen to. All of that makes your upbringing, and all that makes you into a person. I know some twats that I'm a twat. So by that, we're going that every Gemini's a twat. I know some fucking Geminis that are cool people. Like what? And then, but the thing that pisses me off the most is when I try and have like a conversation with someone who believes in it, and I say, "So show me my horoscope," and they're like, "Da da 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 da." It's like the vaguest shit ever. And then I'm like, "Well, no, it doesn't apply to me." And then I get the answer back, "No, well, it doesn't apply to everyone." So what's the fucking point then? Like,
I've never got that. Like when like in the newspaper, it's got like the
Yeah.
horoscope, and it's like you may find love in a supermarket or whatever. Right, just off the top of my head.
Or you might not.
Oh, but like, is that saying every single person? If there's 7.9 billion people in the world, right?
It's a kind of weird thing, though, isn't it? Because it's like, okay, right, if you read your horoscope and you're into it that much that you believe that everything within that horoscope is, you take it as gospel, basically. Just stop doing anything.
The thing is,
Because
though,
it'll just happen,
Yeah.
won't it? Surely, like you might
but
as well just not try.
that goes in. Oh, see, I can have a whole
That's how
conversation
religion
about
is.
that.
Though,
Well, no,
it's
but that's how
like
time is.
living by a fucking way.
But
you've
that
been
goes
told
into
to live.
like. But the thing is that there's three concepts of time. There's linear time, which is what we're not taught, but we're just told is what's accurate, which is the past is behind us, the future's ahead of us. There's presentism, which is the only reality is this moment, and there's eternalism, which is black universe, which is everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen in a singular moment. So by that argument, it's happening anyway.
So there's fuck you can do about it.
So it depends on what your concept of time is as well.
Yeah.
Which is, I always think the bigger question anyway is like, that's where the weight of and value of our existence comes from.
I just want to say, like I'm a fucking atheist, if you can't tell. But like, I used to be such a twatty atheist, like when I was younger, and like, oh, you believe in God? You're a fucking idiot. Like, but I don't care no more. I really don't. Like, if you find any kind of safety or any kind of,
I've gone the opposite way. I used to think that if you have peace of mind that I don't have, then that's fine. But I think it lacks accountability if you are religious and you almost
It
like
depends.
God will judge me.
I think for yourself, Sonny, like, because me, Alfie and Jenk have come from a family where you're told about God, and you've got like, it's not sort of like you have to. Obviously, you come from a family where your family do believe in
yeah,
in
but
God,
I come
right?
from a Sikh background.
So you made your own choice.
But I was never educated in it.
no, that's
I
the
was
same
just
as me.
told that God's a
Like,
thing,
we-
and I was like, okay, cool.
We come.
I remember where I
a background
was.
family where it wasn't like we believe in a God. This is
Right,
God, this
okay,
is what we
yeah,
gotta do. When you come from a family,
But
where
even with my
they-
parents,
they
like my
do.
parents are generally what I consider to be like the equivalent of non-practicing Christians. Like they're not practicing Sikhs at all. And I remember being 13 years old. Remember exactly where I was when I realized God didn't exist.
Yeah.
And it was literally just the first time I put thought behind it. It was the first time I like populated that energy with any semblance of thought, and was like, oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ricky Gervais said a similar thing about like how God was his like superhero when he was younger, and like God was like, oh, like he's like so cool, and Jesus is so cool, and that. And then his older brother just put an idea in his head, and he just actually sat and thought, and it's like, you know what? I don't believe in it.
My favourite argument I've heard from Ricky Gervais, because he's very good at arguing against God, is that if there's like, just say there's 3,000 recognised gods, and you believe in one, then I believe in one less than you.
Yeah. The same way
you don't believe in
the same way that you
2,999.
don't believe in those other gods. Is why I don't believe in your God.
There's just one more I don't believe in.
Absolutely.
And not only that, but also the argument of like, if you believe in the afterlife, why don't you believe in a pre-life?
Pre-life, yeah. I was trying to explain the concept so that infinity also goes backwards as well as forwards, and I don't think people think about
infinity doesn't exist outside of numeracy.
No, but infinity as something that's just going
but
on.
it can't
like
exist outside of
there's
numeracy.
Minus years up until the point.
But infinity cannot have a physical presence. It can only exist within numeracy.
I think when it comes to religion, the only thing I think of are the words, the famous wise words
Of Bill Hicks?
Steve
I was thinking
Buscemi
Bill Hicks.
Oh, okay.
in the film Airheads. Religion, right?
Oh, okay. Let me
It's
use
a trick
God.
question. Let me use
Let
God.
me use God.
So that's it.
Okay, I'll throw
What's
that
the Bill
one.
Hicks quote? Is it everyone is one
We are all,
consciousness experienced self-subjectively?
we are all one matter experiencing self-subjectively.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream. Here's Tom with the weather.
I also think that...
Was it Jimmy Carlin? Who
George
said,
Carlin.
George Carlin.
Sorry, George Carlin.
Sacrilege.
Get
He
it
said,
fucking right.
he
Who's
was
getting
like-
sacked from this?
I'll do research. No, this is like the only God he believes in or would believe in is the sun.
Yeah, because you can
Because
fucking
he
see
can
it.
see it.
Well, that was what like a lot of people did. Like the sun flame or whatever the fuck they used to call it, or the flame god or whatever. That
But it's
was
like
like perpetually. And I consider myself a sun worshipper. Like I do. Like I feel better in the summer than I do in the winter.
Yeah.
I feel better if I'm
I
out
don't
in
think
the
it's
sun.
that. It's like it literally gives things life.
Yeah, like
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
and not only that, but it's the whole thing of like we live close enough to the sun, but
Then
not far away enough to sustain life is just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's the you got your sun gods and your moon gods, right? So if you can say the sun is what gives life, what does the moon do?
Gives
the moon-
gravity.
But the moon's just a fucking rock from Earth.
See.
It's part of Earth.
That's another thing.
There was a planet called it began with T. I can't remember it now.
Terry.
It wasn't Terry, but that like 4.3 billion years ago.
Tyrus.
That's it. It's Tyrus. It's not Tyrus.
Tiffany.
Let's go with Tiffany.
Yeah, Planet Tiff.
The planet,
Tony.
the planet Tiffany.
Or your
Was it
jewelry
Thea?
that
It was Thea.
Tiffany's comes
It
from
was Thea.
fucking-
It was Thea. Right. So there's a planet called Thea.
It was Tiffany.
It was Tiffany that hit Earth like 4.3 billion years ago, and the rock that came off it reformed to create the moon.
Sick.
Hypothetically.
Do you know, right, okay, so people
it's not
say-
made of
I've
cheese.
watched. I was going to say I've watched Wallace and Gromit,
Yeah, it's definitely
and
made
it's
cheese.
a factual
Oh,
documentary.
okay. And isn't it?
Wensleydale?
It's an egg, isn't it? It's a giant egg. And one day,
Is it Wensleydale? Is the moon made of Wensleydale?
Yeah, it's made out of
Wednesday.
cheese. Well, I think
Made out
it's
of
just
Wednesday?
made out of cheese.
What, like
So I
brie
th- I
or
think
camembert
that
or?
It's not a
Wallace-
camembert.
It's not
Wallace,
camembert.
one of Wallace's favourite
Are you
cheeses
confidently saying the moon is not camembert?
is
100%.
Wensleydale.
Okay.
Camembert slaps though.
Okay, so
It
what I
really
want to
fucking
say
does.
something. So
So hard.
So the moon affects gravity. This is what this person told me the other day, and I did genuinely sit back and I thought, yeah, that's a decent point that you raised. How like the moon, you have a star sign, a moon sign, and a rising sign. I think
What?
I don't know what rising. I don't know.
Okay.
But
As soon as the sun got
so I was like, oh, so the moon affects your mood, do ya? And she went, well, humans are fucking 95% water or whatever it is, 93 or whatever.
that makes
The moon affects the tides,
Yeah,
so
it makes
surely
sense.
it could affect
There is
the
a
water in
thing,
your
like,
body.
have you ever noticed, like, collectively when people are just going through a shitty period and collectively when people are feeling happier?
They feel heavy.
Yeah, like, and that is like I've got a friend who's a therapist, and she is adamant that like the moon genuinely affects your mood. Like to the point where I felt shitty before, and she's been like, "That's cool, it's because of the moon." I'm like, okay.
So that gives you that makes you feel better. That's great. I think like I said about being like a militant atheist, it got to the point where I was like, you know what, man? If that makes you happy,
But
like,
it's not. Yeah, but I'm not
like-
saying like it fit a gap where I needed an excuse or a reason for something, and it kind of reconciled
Yeah,
it
but
for
people
me.
just find peace in like if someone wants to
They
believe in
do.
heaven, then and it makes them not scared
Agreed,
of death. then
right? But
great.
at the same time, like my point with the moon affecting your mood or whatever, or Mercury being in Gatorade, Gatorade, is that like with some things that like we are on a rock hurtling through space,
Yeah.
right? And clearly, like, what's happening in the unknown and known universe is going to have effects on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in the same way, if there's a hurricane, if you're a fucking ant on the ground, it's going to affect you.
Yeah, definitely.
And if the bacteria on you, if something happens to you, the bacteria on you will be affected. So the same way we are the bacteria of this planet. So there are things that can happen universally that are going to have an effect on us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that maybe, but I also think I was watching something with Brian Cox on it, and it was going on about the universe and that, and I was like, yeah, cool, but
Is that how he put it?
So the universe and that.
I'm Brian Cox. I'm going to tell you about the universe and that.
no, but I was
He's
like,
got the softest voice in the world. It really annoys me.
yeah,
He needs more
Brian Cox.
conviction.
dude, he was in a punk band.
He wasn't. D-Ream were not a punk band.
He wore
Who the fuck
eyeliner.
are D-Ring?
They sang things gonna get better.
Things gonna get better. That
They
one.
That one.
slapped
He was a
Hang on,
keyboardist.
that's fucking Take That, innit?
No,
Is that not Take That?
no, it's not. It was D-Ream. It was like
If I
1991.
think it's Take That, they're not a punk band.
They're not. Right, no,
I'm
literally.
gonna have to say that.
punk's a state of mind. No, anyway,
Yeah, and it ain't that.
yeah. So I was watching Brian Cox just fucking talk bollocks about the planets, and I was like, it's really interesting, but who the fuck cares? No, we're never gonna
I
find.
care.
We're never gonna find the answer.
Yes, we will.
Just have a laugh and
No,
just
no,
fucking
no,
kick
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
I like-
completely
I like-
disagree. I
I
completely
like that
disagree.
you won't know the answer though because it
No,
leaves that mystery.
wait,
doesn't it?
We won't know the answer. That
Yeah.
doesn't
So what's
mean-
the fucking point then?
Because through figuring it out, it means at some point somebody will know the answer.
Yeah, we ain't gonna know him, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then,
but you fucking
but then why
build
not?
that fucking pathway.
So
for
why
us
do
to
you?
know,
Why are you
don't
vegan?
Because I don't want animals to die.
So I want our future.
I don't give a fuck about the
offspring.
future. I'm gonna be dead.
Then why do you
All I want-
recycle?
No, I drive a diesel van.
All I want is for people to
Oh, fuck! Fuck!
be happy.
You were like, I've got you. No, I don't.
Be happy, have a mohawk, and listen to D-Ream.
Yeah,
Just right. You can't say because we're not going to know that we shouldn't progress forward
No.
so other people
you?
know.
We're just gonna make it easier for people to find out.
Right.
the answer.
you only
The thing is,
experience
no-
things through your eyes and your feelings. No one else matters.
Of course I do.
No, they don't.
Then why have compassion or empathy?
Just because you have to. Really.
No, you don't
it's
have
not, no,
to.
it's not.
It's a choice.
It's a fucking.
It's not a choice, man.
I
Of
think-
course it is. Ted Bundy didn't have that much, did he?
Yeah,
And-
but you
and-
choose to go and
yeah,
kill
he did,
people. Like,
yeah.
I don't have that in me.
Because you have empathy and consideration towards.
Because I was born with that, I'd quite happily not have it.
Yeah,
though.
but that's a
Yeah, but you.
psychopathic trait. innit?
That's the thing that you.
If you had the option,
born with it,
if you have the option to sell your empathy and compassion for like
Headlines
a
Glastonbury.
Subaru, right?
Subaru.
Would you take the Subaru?
Of fucking course,
Of
mate.
course you
In Pretza WRX. I'll be.
I,
I think
ragging it.
having
Can I have a
like
bit of a
sympathy
bit
and
on that
empathy
Subaru?
is a fucking weird thing because you can't help but have it.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
I can hear about someone that I don't even fucking know that well. And if you're like, oh, I saw them the other day and they were a bit upset, I'd feel shit for that person. I don't even fucking
And the thing
know
is,
them.
especially like given the country and continent we live in, there is such like generally a lack of it, which is why things like Brexit happen, which is why when a boat turns up and they're like, why they're fucking here.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, when there's a petrol crisis, everyone runs to the fucking petrol station to fill up because, like, yeah. So when you have an emergency, you prioritize yourself.
I also want to hark back to the point that everything I say is a joke. I do kind of think, like, fuck, if I'm going to die, who the fuck cares? But at the same time,
I care.
no, I mean, like, who cares? Like, in like 100 years'
I
time,
don't
like,
care if you fucking
Oh, in 100
die.
years' time, none of us will matter.
I'm a
yeah,
big fucking
and nothing
softie.
we
I
do
am.
matters. Like,
Oh, yeah, well, that's like existential nihilism.
I'll fucking drive a diesel van all I want, mate. Get way more miles
No,
on a
but
diesel engine.
I think it's like you've got to leave a decent
I love that.
enough-
You're kind of like, I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to drive a diesel van.
Mate, my dad had
No,
an
but-
Audi 80 with 300,000 miles on it
you-
as a diesel.
like with,
You
with,
were
the,
a
I
Subaru.
wouldn't. I wouldn't own a diesel.
You
with the
want a
knowledge
Subaru,
with the
I'll
knowledge
tell
that you know of how certain things affect things to come, you've got to be the one to make things better for people that aren't
I
alive.
also think, and this is going to sound condescending, I think a lot of that comes with age.
Maybe.
I think genuinely, like, I think with the older you get, the more you do consider other people.
Absolutely.
Or
I
the
do
complete opposite, and you just go introvert and become like an absolute fucking like right wing piece of shit.
I'm considerate about things that I can
Affect.
personally affect. So, like,
But then, okay, do you vote?
no.
Have you ever voted?
Yeah.
When you voted, did you vote because of you or because of other people?
I spoilt my vote.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'll spoil my vote till I die.
No, that's fine. Like, I don't mind if people spoil their vote. I'd rather they voted and spoil their vote than
I,
didn't vote at all.
I voted because I thought it would make a difference for everybody else.
Yeah, and that's why I vote.
But me included.
But I vote for the people that can't vote, or the
Yeah.
people that need that vote.
Yeah.
Like, because generally my life's relatively comfortable,
But it's the
right?
same thing, like, you know, the things that you do now to try and make the world better, you know, it's not going to do shit in your lifetime, but you do it in hope for.
But no, because it will do shit in our lifetime as well.
No, but your niece, for example, it will make her life better.
Yeah, no, completely.
Yeah, see, I don't have that connection with anyone.
But I
much younger
didn't.
than me,
She's only
so-
2. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
know,
have it
but
before that.
I don't have any babies in my family that I'm close to.
She's the first.
Well, I do, but like.
But then
not,
you should do
but
it for
fuck 'em.
you should do it for other people's fucking children or whatnot.
I
Like,
suppose so.
you fucking not eating meat, for example. Like, okay, fucking.
That's on my own personal happiness.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
but
it
it's
is,
not though.
it
Because the
is,
thing
but-
is, you're saying you're feeling compassion or empathy for an animal that's going to be slaughtered or killed or whatever and then eaten. So you have it within you for
You got compassion
other
for the
living
animal,
beings.
Absolutely.
But that's one thing. Like,
Being a vegan, you treat animals as well as you would treat another human.
more.
Well, generally, animals are treated better than humans.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, though.
I
Isn't
mean,
it?
genocide.
There's genocide happening every day.
You know, why is it
Exactly.
Why
Which
is
is why I
it
say
okay?
animals are treated better
Why is it
than
okay
humans.
to kill an animal that's a living thing, but it's not okay to kill a fucking human that's a living thing, just because that human can think for itself? You know.
What are your thoughts on this, Samuel?
Black
This is
Flag and
fucking-
Misfits. Yeah.
I'm just literally like,
It's
I
not
was like-
punk. I don't want to know.
I'm just thinking about, you know what? I think Wolf's Blood Earth ID is the best
Misfits album.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think Famous
It is.
Monsters is a banger though. Like in a different era, a different singer.
I always think the better of those two,
No,
the
Wolf's
two
Blood.
Michael Graves albums, is I think the best one of those two is what was it called? The first one.
Before Famous Monsters.
Yeah. It's got The Shining on and Dig Up Her Bones.
Come on, Jamie.
Go on, here he is.
Pull that shit up.
Well,
Apple
see,
Music.
I like to see.
I don't do Spotify.
I mean,
Why not?
I've been
So
quite.
why pay for money when I can download it legally?
I've been quite
want
literally
Apple
just because we
Music?
weren't talking
Yeah, but I
about
know
Misfits.
this is Apple Music. This is music I put on my phone, and it's
Illegally?
yeah.
Do you have no respect for the music industry?
No,
He's a bastard.
Are you taking the piss?
not even a little bit.
Dude, buy albums,
American
man.
Psycho.
American
apparently
Psycho.
Apple
I reckon American
Music.
Psycho.
I don't. Just
More
FYI
world.
for those FDA and all those people listening.
Mitch, what's
Buy
your
all my
favourite
music.
Misfits album?
I've not really given them time to
Oh
be honest,
my
mate.
Right, let's wrap up the universal. Wait, do you want to get? Are we done with star signs?
Yeah, I'm done with stars. I don't want to fucking say anymore. Like all I'm gonna say is, believe in what you want if it makes you happy.
Just don't treat people like
Don't
shit.
treat people like shit because I was born under a fucking certain star or whatever. Like everyone's the same. There's only like 10 personalities in the world, and everyone fits into one.
Isn't it like 7?
I don't know. That's something that I've come.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's 7 personality types.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. And I think the people that sort of float between, they're the interesting ones. Everyone else is sort of an NPC. It's true though.
Isn't that a god complex though?
Probably.
Like,
What do you think? I see a therapist?
If you think
Join in episode 4 for
Bring my therapist.
yeah,
out.
every therapist on.
Fucking hell.
So, are we talking about punk now then, yeah?
Best Black Flag album.
Okay, wait.
Best Black Flag album? What's it fucking called?
That's a great start.
Come
I
on.
know, yeah.
Damaged.
Uh,
My War. Slip it in.
album-wise,
Yeah.
I'd probably say Damaged.
Yeah.
But my favourite E EP...
3 hours later.
dead
I
air.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a fucking question, man.
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
But Damaged, I think is.
I like
What's the
Damage.
best?
Damage
Okay.
is probably the only one I really listen to from Black Flag. To be fair,
Do you listen to all of them?
Yeah,
no, I have, but like on repeat, Damage is the one that I go back to.
Because it's the first one.
It's the best Sabbath
Yeah,
album.
but it's
Sabbath album.
Ah, there's 4.
I know what mine is.
What's that?
Master of Reality.
There,
I
that's my
think-
childhood sweetheart.
self-titled.
Yeah. That. So I think
No, there's no wrong answer.
No, there's no
wrong
There is
answer.
actually
It's
no
definitely
fucking wrong
personal
answer.
preference.
We said
I
it
mean,
in the
no,
morning.
Anything other than
Okay.
sabotage onwards is the wrong answer.
The wrong answer is Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
Any,
That's the wrong
if
answer.
if Dio's in
If
Sabbath,
Dio's
it's
in
just
it,
not Sabbath.
that's not Sabbath.
What they
It's-
should have done is just renamed the fucking band.
Dude, a lot of bands should do that.
They did
No,
have
absolutely.
that.
If, right, if
I'm
you're,
going
if, you're,
paranoid.
if you're changing,
Today
If you're
I'm going
changing-
paranoid.
if you're changing a musician in a band, carry on. If you change the
And not 'cause of the trap
if you
paranoid.
change a singer in a band, change the fucking
Right,
name.
best Zeppelin album.
Zeppelin album.
4 or
4.
Physical
It
Graffiti.
is 4. It is 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
It's 4. It's 4.
Well, that was fucking short.
It was really short.
Come on, Mitch.
I really like the first one though.
I really
No, the
like,
first one's fucking. Look, there's no again. First 4 albums and Physical Graffiti. There's no wrong answer.
I really like Present.
If it's a code, I'd burn you. But like,
me and you had this conversation, like, because
I don't think we're there yet.
it was the well.
I don't think we're there yet.
What,
I'm
Misfits
taking you
and
there.
Stooges or whatever?
No,
taking that.
no, it was
was,
Sabbath or Zeppelin.
Sabbath is all Zeppelin, right?
So I went back, and I've always been astutely Zeppelin. My entire adult life, I've been Zeppelin, Zeppelin. And we, in this very pub, have this conversation. And he said, what I said, I was like, I'm going to go back and listen to the first 4 Zepp albums, the first 4 Sabbath albums, and then I'll make an educated decision. And one thing I realised at the end of it was that Sabbath was Sabbath, whereas Zeppelin were everyone.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone, Sabbath win.
See, I say that the first album's my favourite.
So I won the
I
argument.
mean, Sabbath won the argument.
I say
and I
I
was in
like
that
the first
corner.
album, but I only own Zeppelin 4 on vinyl. That's the only fucking Zeppelin album I own is Zeppelin 4.
Dude, I'll give you fucking...
Yeah, but I don't own it. I borrowed it from you, the first album.
Yeah, about a year ago, because you said you were going to give me sticky fingers and I still don't have it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
put me his ass at any point.
Did you know Sticky Fingers had a different cover art?
For what?
It's the same. It's the
Same
same.
cover?
Oh, right, okay.
Dude, it's pretty much the exact same as the fucking...
No,
what's that
the
Motley
one
Crue
with a
album?
can.
No, it's
Fingers
the,
coming out of a can.
I ain't seen that. The only one I've seen is like, because you got obviously the one known with the trousers.
Yeah.
And the only different one I've seen is where it had an actual zipper on the front.
I want to talk about the
I was
Universal
talking.
record,
I was
I'm not gonna
talking to the guy I worked with the other day, and we were listening to Stones, and like,
Did you see Mitch's dick switch then?
yeah,
Fucking
For those that don't know, Mitch
I
is
weren't there.
absolute Stones fanboy.
Did you not cry when Charlie Watts died?
I mean, I didn't cry.
I fucking
Yeah.
cried.
I've no doubt you cried.
I cried when Joey Jordison died.
I
I didn't cry then
That's a
either.
given. But
like we were
Bowie got me.
we were
Bowie-
listening to
Bowie got me.
Stones at the shop, and I said, you know what? I don't think I've got any Stones on vinyl. And then the guy I worked with, Keith, he went, oh, the one I've got is Sticky Fingers, and I was like, oh, cool, the one with the fucking the jeans, like it's like a famous cover, innit? I was like, the famous cover, and he went, no, it's like a can with like fingers coming out of it, and I was like, no, it ain't. Like Sticky Fingers, it's like a fucking really famous album cover, and he was like, no, and so he looked online, and it was like, yeah, it's a different fucking thing.
it makes
Again,
sense though, because to have in artwork a can like that is an Andy Warhol thing, and Andy Warhol designed the cover for Sticky Fingers.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
There you go.
He did Velvet Underground and Nico as well.
There's
Did
like,
ya?
I think there's like 2 or 3 people who are claiming to
And
be the
with
person
those-
wearing the jeans, but
It was me.
Andy Warhol, it was Jenk.
Go on.
I've. How do you feel about the recent thing of the kid from the front of Nevermind?
Oh, yeah. Suing.
Suing?
They're changing the cover now as well.
That
They're
geezer,
not, they're not,
cash
they're
grab.
not,
It's
they're
a
not.
cash grab.
geezer has
What?
been eating out on that for fucking
On his baby
decades.
dick.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
No,
this-
He
like-
has.
So
The
this
thing
guy-
is, the worst part is recreate the photos 7 times, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
he did,
has
yeah, he
he
did.
has
Right.
Nevermind tattooed on his chest.
Yeah.
But
Really?
but the one thing that
That's
happened
purely
was,
for clout though.
One thing I will say is you are allowed to change your mind.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah,
are.
You are allowed
Yeah.
to come to a point, but the thing is, if he never advertised
He
it was
wasn't-
him.
he wasn't
Who the
used-
fuck would know?
He wasn't used
No,
for
he
it
wasn't
either.
with
though,
Jenk.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking baby picture. Unless you know that person, they tell you it's me.
If I showed
Yeah.
you a picture of me when I was a fucking newborn child
Yeah,
and
no.
went, that's Hitler. You wouldn't go, nah, it's you.
I mean, it depends on
Yeah,
the photo
mate.
quality. I might have some questions.
The family were asked.
I did have the little tash.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Strange.
The family were asked, right? So
We
there
get
was,
cancelled.
there was consent. There was
I
consent
don't
for
believe in the
use,
same
right?
stuff.
Yeah, that's
But I
good to
had the
know.
tash.
Good for clarity. That Jenk is not a pro Hitler.
I'm not a neo-Nazi.
I am.
No. I mean,
I'm
you
not.
sat really close to me for a guy who's a neo-Nazi for 3 episodes now.
Dude, I'm not a fucking neo-Nazi.
The Nevermind album, right? There was consent from the
Disclaimer.
parents, right?
No one here is a
to use the
neo-Nazi.
fucking baby, right?
Yeah,
Obviously, there wasn't official consent from the child,
yeah.
but he fucking rode that shit for years, which is as good as consent.
Agreed. But I agree.
Right.
Also, from his point of view, you are allowed to change your mind.
No,
but I feel like
dude, he went about it the wrong way.
No,
man.
he
So-
did.
So what he did was he claimed he's been trying it for years, and then he claimed that it was child porn, which is complete bullshit. Because then every record shop that has ever sold that album
has stopped child porn.
and every record
Person-
shop that
and
sells
every
it
person that owns it,
is in
Yeah,
possession of
yeah.
child porn.
and Spotify,
Absolutely.
and iTunes, and
It's
YouTube,
like, that
and
is
anywhere
fucking
else.
horrendous.
Yeah.
And Amazon, but there's
Don't
it
get me
probably-
started.
it
Do not
probably-
get me started
It
on
probably
Amazon.
could. It could,
Good.
probably could
Please
be.
don't.
Burn them fucking down. Stop using Amazon.
But yeah, like
It's quite convenient though.
yeah.
Honestly, I'll happily. You work there. I'll happily have this conversation with you.
I did work there, yeah.
No, I can fully understand where he thinks. Okay, now I'm old enough. Now I'm old enough. I'm not cool with that because it's my fucking baby dick in a photo.
But stop telling the world that
everyone's
it's your
got the same
baby
size
dick.
dick as a baby. Like if you gotta have a small dick as a baby. Unless you
Re-sentence that everyone's got the same size dick as a baby is what you said.
I've got the same size dick as a baby.
Stick to your statement.
I've got the
You
same
want to
size dick
stand
as a
by that?
baby.
You stand by that.
Right, as a baby, you've got a small penis. So if his problem was,
Dude, it's not the
I've got
fact that it's his
fucking-
small cock, it's the fact
Welcome to the segment of our podcast. We'll talk about baby dicks.
it's the
Speak
fact
for
that
yourself,
he,
Mitch.
It's the fact
I
that
came out
he
swinging.
didn't have any say in it.
Hey mate, came out
did-
swinging, baseball bat first.
I think it was the fact they didn't get royalties. They got one payment.
Yeah, they got like $600 or something like that.
Yeah, and he got no royalties.
The thing is, did you see the relaunch? Because it was the 30th year this year, so they relaunched it. And the main,
It's convenient that he brought
Yeah.
out the lawsuit when it was nearly a 30th
but
anniversary.
thing is
the
that
main
he-
thing was the T-shirt was the album cover, and I was like, "That's such a fuck you." But Dave Grohl has now said that he will change the artwork.
Dude, it's like right. He's not getting royalties.
To
that
what?
shit, fine.
He hasn't said yet.
No, he can't do that. I mean,
you can.
No, you can't.
I mean, he can.
It's like one of the most iconic album covers of all time.
It's a shit album
No,
cover.
all they'll do is just censor out the penis.
Yeah, but like,
That's
They've
it.
done that before, though.
genuinely,
Oh.
it's a shit album cover.
They're just gonna put the fucking
it's
aubergine
not.
It's
emoji.
a shit album cover.
Aubergine emoji,
Why is it
yeah.
a shit album cover?
It's not. It's like In Utro's got a better album cover.
How?
Is that the fucking wing?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah,
in that
but,
album
like-
cover though.
It's not a shit album.
Bleach,
It's a shit album cover.
Bleach has got the better album cover.
Bleach's got a better album cover.
No, it
Bleach is
depends-
very much of the time that was a quintessential kind of album cover for that era.
Depends
But
on how you
I
look at
think
it, though.
the album cover for Nevermind it suits Nirvana because they were very much like we don't give a fuck.
No.
We're gonna
Well,
push
I
it out
disagree
there. So
entirely.
This is like
Whatever they
shock-
put on the
shock
album cover
value.
would have suited their album cover. Because like Black Flag, for example, have always had horrendous, as far as I'm concerned, horrendous album
But
covers.
it's
Steady on.
shock value.
They're
It's shock
fucking
value,
awful.
and that's what
Mr.
Nirvana
Raymond
were.
Pettibon is an artist.
Right, and he's a shit one. Right, I think they're awful album covers.
He created the bars.
I get that,
That's
which is
one of the
great.
fucking-
Which is great,
yeah.
Which
but I
is just
think as
laugh,
album,
live, love for punks.
but as
Yeah.
Fuck off.
and you've got it on you once or
Both
twice.
Just
Both
once,
both
just
fucking
the
got it
once.
tattooed on.
Of you as well.
Yeah.
Just once,
Right,
yeah,
look,
live, laugh, love. Son.
I love Black Flag, but what I'm saying is,
I'm a
as far
fucking-
as album covers go, they're pretty shit.
Number
And
one
the thing
dog
is,
one.
Nevermind is a shit album cover. Like if that was any other, like you know, the inlay's got the blurry picture of them all. Like if you open the CD,
Yeah.
that's as good an album cover, if not
Bollocks
better.
is it, dude?
No,
It's
no.
a baby chasing a dollar. It's like that's just like you're born into this capitalist world to chase
Agreed.
the dollar.
But
This young
It
thing
is
that
a
knows
kind of
nothing.
statement as
There's
a-
this thing that knows nothing other than to chase. That says a lot.
But even okay, on that argument, the fact that they were on Columbia at that point, is that album released on Columbia? Because they were on Sub Pop first,
Yeah. Sub Pop Bleach.
I think it was
Sub Pop.
Columbia.
and then they went on to Columbia. So is that not also definitive of the fact that they sold out? And I'm
No,
not saying they sold out
No.
because he had that whole "it's better to sell out." No, it's better than fade away than sell. What is it?
But it's
I'd rather fade away than sell out or something.
Oh,
like
it's
that.
something like that.
Which was a Neil Young quote anyway. But the thing is, they sold. They went from Sub Pop, who was independent label, to Columbia, who are global.
Is that a bad thing to do though?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do, but what I'm saying is that not juxtaposition against what their album cover was. Is that not definitive of what they've done themselves?
But you can say that against any.
I'm not. Yeah, but what, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you're
because-
pointing out on your album cover that we live in a capitalist society, yet you've played the capitalist game and benefited from it, then surely is that not an oxymoron?
I see.
Is there not a paradox there of some kind?
I think, well, obviously, they did that because it was like, obviously, more of a living.
Yeah, which is I'm not
For them.
disputing. Like, go fucking sell out.
Which is fair play.
Get paid.
But, like, it wasn't like a sure thing, was it? Because no one would have known how fucking big that album really
Agreed.
would have been.
Especially to the level it was.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you still are willing to sign that contract initially in the first place, you can't then use it ironically of what you've literally just done.
But how Columbia weren't that big at the time anyway.
No, Columbia were huge at the time.
Nah, man, that was fucking UMG, like the biggest fucking thing since sliced bread, and they always have been. They could have signed to fucking. There was the hottest shit ever. They could have signed to anyone.
But then why sign with Columbia? They didn't sign with Columbia because they were a small.
Yeah, but you
label.
don't know what Columbia offered them. Like, not just money. They could have offered them tours. They could have offered them a lot of funding.
Agreed, but Columbia. Well, all I'm saying is Columbia weren't a small label at the time.
No, there's bigger labels though, but it's not all about money that you make. When you sign a
Right.
when you sign a
All
record
I'm saying,
label,
agreed. Right, I've got nothing against them signing that record label at all because other bands did it, like Melvin's Run So Pop and
But you're
Soundgarden
not
Run So
going to be a
Pop.
big band and not take fucking money, are you?
Again, not my criticism. My criticism is if you're using the iconic album cover as a baby swimming towards a dollar bill as a visual representation of capitalism, then look at what the band did themselves for that album.
maybe. But
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Would it be breaking the fourth wall to go for a piss?
I mean, just crack on. If you need to piss, you need to
I
piss.
mean, it is my garden.
I mean, you could have said toilet.
just cut. We'll
No,
just
man, we're in my fucking garden.
Right.
we'll just do a cut.
Go piss. We'll be back in a second.
A few moments later.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Right.
I apologise for pissing, but
It's fine. You got to piss. Right. While he was on his piss break, we were talking more about Nirvana. And I said, I don't think it's that iconic an album cover. It is because the album's iconic. And he said, what's the most iconic album cover?
Yeah.
What we're saying around the table?
Very broad spectrum.
I'm saying The Clash.
The Clash. What?
Which one?
fucking-
London
London
Calling?
Calling.
Yeah.
Joe's the woman that took the picture, sent them all the pictures she took from that gig, and she hated that picture.
Oh, really?
And they were like, nah, that one. And she was like, I really don't want it, because obviously it's like, she would be credited as the photographer. Of
Yeah.
she was like, fuck that. But then they were like, no, that's the fucker. And they did it, and it is one of the fucking...
That's what I'm saying. I
It's
think
one of the
that's,
best
for
ones
me,
of all time.
is probably top of my head, the most iconic.
I think for what
Go
the
on.
Clash stood for,
That's what I mean.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Self-titled
'Cause it was,
Ramones album.
What was that?
It's
classic.
literally just
It's
them
just the
four up
line
against the
up-
wall.
It's literally the line up against the wall.
Like, what more could you ask for?
Pink Floyd The Wall. What you're wearing. That's for what it stands for.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, maybe.
Jenk?
I am... I don't know, man. I quite like... Houdini.
Yeah.
Melvins.
Melvins.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that album cover. It's weird, isn't it? It's on its arse a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, when I'm saying iconic, though, what I mean is like just the most. Like, if I listen to The Clash, London Calling, I almost know what I'm going to listen to.
Oh, okay.
You think of
Based
that
on the album
yeah.
cover.
Oh, okay, well, you're not going to know that from the Ramones, though. I just think as an
I
album
think even with
cover-
the Ramones, I think with them, seeing them as a lineup, you almost kind of get that you're going to get some.
I mean, they sounded like a gang,
yeah.
and they looked like a
Yeah,
gang
yeah.
on that.
Maybe
Maybe.
Rumours.
No.
Rumours is a banging cover.
I think for everything that was happening during the recording of that,
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
two lovers sitting on the front of the album cover is like...
Yeah.
That is a banging album cover.
That is, and like, if we're just talking iconic albums, as soon as you walk into a record shop, there's ones that catch your eye, like Rumours. Every cunt.
And Nevermind the Bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Nevermind the
I
Bollocks.
love the cover.
And to be fair,
And the
like,
album.
I think
It's
I think
simple,
another thing
yeah,
about
right.
my favourite Sabbath album is that's my favourite Sabbath album artwork as well.
What, Master of Reality?
Master of Reality.
Oh, mine.
It's just cool 'cause it's so simple.
Sabbath. Well, Sabbath.
Sabbath. Yeah, man. No, but that's probably the most iconic.
No, I think Masters is.
You think Masters?
Yeah, I think Power is probably the least because I think Volume 4 is probably bigger than
Volume 4 is very iconic as well.
Yeah, it
because how
is.
simple
I
it is.
really like. It's a little bit naff, but I fucking love it. It's sick. Bomber Motorhead.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking bomber airplane, but so it's like hand painted,
Yeah.
and they've kind of like painted the members of
The band.
Motorhead in it.
Yeah.
But like one of the most fucking iconic albums is covers is Ice of Spades, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's in a quarry about half an hour away from here, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's in a sandstone quarry. They just got it was a freezing cold day, like, and they were dressed as cowboys in a fucking quarry half an hour
As
away
you
from
do.
fucking Tamworth.
That's sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the house at the Sabbath album is in Reading because we're going to visit it.
Yeah, did you also
Reading?
know that
It's in Reading.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you
It's
also know
not far
that
away. It's about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
isn't it, something?
well, no, Reading's a bit further.
the block
It's
of
not in
flats on the back...
It is in Reading.
Go
Sorry,
on. The
Go
block
on.
of flats.
The block of flats on the back of Led Zeppelin 4 is still a building just in Birmingham City Centre. I think it's called... I don't know what the block of flats is called.
I think Volume 4 is probably the most iconic of the 4.
Sabbath albums.
No, sorry, Zeppelin 4.
No, but on the back of Led Zeppelin 4, there's just literally just a photo of a block of flats.
Yeah.
And that block of flats is still in Birmingham, right in the city centre. Every time I drive, Salisbury Tower, that's what it's called.
Right, okay.
Salisbury Tower in Birmingham is the block of flats on the back of Led Zeppelin 4.
I didn't realise it was in Birmingham.
Yeah, but where the photo is taken, you can't like look at it from that view.
Well, they're
anymore.
classed as like a London band, aren't they? 'Cause didn't they like create like meet in a chip shop in Camden or something like that?
No, they're two. Bonham and Robert Plant knew each other. Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones knew each other, and then they sort of, I don't know what the
It was
connection
kind of like a super groupish.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sort of just chucked him as a 4, and it was just magic.
Jimmy Page was. Who was it? Was it the Birds? Jimmy
Yardbirds.
Page?
Yardbirds.
Literally every great
Yeah,
musician
yeah.
from the 60s was in the Yardbirds.
Yeah.
For like a minute.
Yeah.
For like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're still a thing as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yardbirds are still a thing, aren't they?
But
like-
touring and shit still.
I don't know if they're still touring.
That's fucking mad. Stop. That's what AC/DC stop.
Yeah.
For how simple it is, the cover of Songs for the Deaf.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'll fucking.
So I love Queens. I love the album,
I know
but I
that.
wouldn't say it's an iconic album cover.
I was just saying
It's-
I like it.
Yeah, it's,
Like Appetite for Destruction
it's got to be
is an iconic
when you think of the
Yeah,
band.
definitely.
album cover.
When
It
you think
is.
of the band, you think of the album cover. That's
Yeah.
what's iconic. So Appetite for Destruction, yeah, you think of.
No, that wasn't the original cover. The original cover's in the inlay. It's a robot with a woman with her knickers down her ankles.
That's whack.
But it was
I like
themed as being
Spinal Tap. Who smelled the glove.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
been made to smell the glove, ain't she? That's what I want to say in an album cover.
And Are You Experienced? Hendrix is a fucking fantastic album.
I
cover.
love one of my favourite albums is Love It to Death by Alice Cooper. And I fucking love that album cover.
Is that when
And I've got the
the
gatefold.
band Alice Cooper?
Yeah. He's like early Alice Cooper. It's the fucking best Alice Cooper. But like, I've got the gatefold, and it's like it opens up, and it's just his eyes with the fucking
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
It's
that's sick.
fucking
Blondie
sick.
Parallel Lines as well is a banging album cover.
That's a good one.
Who Blondie?
Parallel Lines. Yeah, that's
Blondie.
a fucking banging album cover. And Velvet Underground and Nico.
To be fair, it's
With the banana.
Parallel Lines
That's
is
a
very.
fucking-
Oh,
that's
it's
an
Andy
Andy
Warhol, I know,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And when it came out as well, you could peel the banana off it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Parallel Lines is a lot. Is very Ramonesy.
Yeah, no, it is.
In the
Yeah, it was
way
that
that-
CBGB's era, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
U2 Joshua Tree is up there.
Shut you.
You
fucking
too? Are you
mouth.
fucking
I said
kidding?
what I said. I said what I said.
That's fucking awful.
I said what I said.
That's
You
actually
two are
that's a hate
fucking
crime.
I love you too. I don't even care if you don't. I'm not embarrassed.
Dude,
by it.
how
I
can
remember
you
when
be
I found
like-
that out about you. I remember it.
He was so disappointed.
I thought you were taking the piss. I used to work when I was working at Jag.
Yeah.
There was this geezer, and he like, and he was. I was talking to him, like, started chatting, and he was like, "Yeah, like, you know, what are you into?" I was
I'm
like,
fucking yawning.
"Fucking Sabbath."
We're boring you.
It's just
Punch me in the
Jesus,
fucking
sorry, man.
balls.
It's just
I
late.
was like, you know, Sabbath, Zeppelin, fucking, and then like all, you know, the punk stuff. But like, obviously, kind of gravitated to the Sabbath, Zeppelin, the Cream, and stuff like that.
Cream are banging.
Cream are fucking sick.
They're a super group.
Oh yeah,
Creed.
yeah.
Cream.
Creed.
Cream.
Fuck, I nearly glassed you then. Fucking hell.
With an aluminium can.
Honestly. But yeah.
He is tired.
And then he went. I was going. He's not my favourite band now. And I went, "Oh, who's it?" And he went, "You too." And I went, "No, go on." I genuinely thought
I
he was
fucking love
taking
you
piss.
too.
How can you be such a left-leaning, like liberal socialist and like you two?
Because
The most money-grabbing.
no, they're not.
Yes, they
There's
fucking
worse.
are.
There's
They are
worse.
big.
There's far worse.
Dude, they put their own album on iTunes without
that
anyone
was
asking.
fucked.
You were
Right, agreed.
mentioning-
As an advertising point, that was
That's
awful.
fucking horrible.
Who fucking listened to it? No one.
No, I
You
tried to
were
delete
just
it.
questioning.
In the league, you're mate.
You were just questioning
Always.
Nirvana for signing to Columbia.
Yeah, but I'm not judging them for it. And U2 signed for Ireland from the first album. They've been with them for 30.
biggest,
5 years.
They still
biggest,
dodge tax by moving house every time they have.
So does fucking Lewis Hamilton. I'm
Biggest-
okay with
yeah.
it.
Like, the fucking Stones did. They went to France because they were owed fucking.
but the Stones are cool, aren't they?
No, you can't like validate one.
Yeah,
because they're
you
cool
fucking can.
and criticize
Although
it
I
because they're
suppose,
not.
I suppose the difference is when
Oh, my
the
fucking
Stones
glasses are steaming.
moved to France and they brought out Exile on Main Street, the money they made back off that album, they paid the taxes off. so
Don't
they
pay
could move back
tax,
to
everyone. on, like, just don't pay it.
We need free education and healthcare, so maybe do pay a bit of tax. If anything, we should live in a society where we're allowed to dictate where our tax goes, rather than not paying tax ever.
Biggest sellouts ever.
Metallica,
Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day were very DIY at the start. They were a proper punk band, like a proper.
I feel like they sold out for Dookie, and then they sold out for American Idiot.
Oh, American Idiot
absolutely
was like,
sold out.
They hoarded themselves out for American Idiot.
Fair play.
And have done since.
They
You can't criticize you too. And they were a fair play to Green Day. You can't.
Yeah, but Bono's a knobhead, and The Edge is a knobhead.
Who gives himself their own nickname? The Edge.
The Edge.
What was it?
I don't even know who the fucking other people are.
I fucking
you fucking know. Come on.
Larry
YouTube
Mullen
fan.
Jr. and Adam Clayton.
Why did he call himself the Edge?
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I'd love to be the fucking fly in that wall and go, you know what, should we just... well, I'm called Bono over the fucking... What is it? There
It's
was
Bonovox. It's
an
an optician. No, it's hearing aid.
Hearing aid
It
shop.
was a hearing aid
That's
shop.
fucking stupid.
Oh, so it's not his fucking real
I've got a
name.
photo of it when I went to Dublin and took a picture of it.
What is
So
his
was
real
there a
name?
shop
Paul
in Dublin
Hewson.
called The Edge?
No. So
Next door.
Bono's
And then
real
there was
name,
a shop next door to that called Larry Clayton.
Larry Mullen Jr., Adam Clayton.
Oh, right. Fuck, who cares?
Bono's real name is Paul Hewson. The Edge's real name is Dave Evans.
Oh, yes, I know. I fucking hate him and all.
Yeah, but Slash is Slash, and like
What's Alice Cooper's real name?
Vincent Fernio.
Fernier.
Fernier.
We know Fernier.
We know Fernio.
And he's not one of them.
He's not one of them.
'Cause
Fernier.
he's actually given up.
What's
drinking.
Ozzy Osbourne's real name?
John.
It
John.
is John.
John Michael Osborne.
Look at you, middle naming him and everything.
Do you want to know what's mad about the name Ozzy
What's
Osbourne?
David Bowie's real name?
David
David
Jones.
David Jones, yeah.
What's mad about the name
What's,
Ozzy Osbourne? It's just Osbourne.
Osbourne, yeah.
Osborne.
Do you know Gary Neville's dad's name was Neville? Yeah.
Do you know
Is that a fucking...
It's the noise that you got to do on Mario, isn't it?
Neville, put on
Oh.
your...
I was thinking like Neville.
It's
Neville.
what
Neville. No.
so
It's late, man.
Sid Vicious's real name?
Fuck, I know this. It is one that I can't remember.
John Ritchie.
Really?
John Ritchie.
It is that. I wouldn't have remembered that.
He had
that sounds just as cool though, I think, John Ritchie.
John Ritchie. Do you know apparently how they named him Sid Vicious? Johnny
vicious?
Rotten had a hamster called Sid, and it tried to bite Sid Vicious, and he called it Vicious.
And that like
He went, "Your Sid is fucking vicious,"
and that a similar thing
because
with
it tried to
fucking
bite him. He went,
Right, okay.
Biffy
Well,
Clyro.
if you ever
something to
join
do
the
with
band-
fucking
Biffy Clyro
Cliff
fucking suck.
Well, it's something to do with like Cliff Richards and a fucking...
You're gonna walk out now? Is that it? Oh no, we've lost Alfie. They fucking suck.
What?
Biffy Clyro and the name of their band, something to do with Cliff Richards. And
No one cares because they fucking suck.
Did you have
and a
actually
pen.
wrong? Have you ever seen them live?
Yes.
And did you enjoy it?
No, I left halfway through because they
Oh,
sucked.
you're a fucking dickhead, man.
They
Fuck
suck.
off.
They had that one good song, that I Am the Mountain.
That's the worst song.
That's a shit
only
song.
one. No,
Saturday Soup House is a fucking
no,
banger.
I don't care. They suck.
It's better than
Okay,
fucking I Am the Mountain.
let me clarify. In my humble opinion, Biffy Clyro suck.
I feel
Nothing humble about
sometimes
your
opinions can
opinion,
be wrong because somebody like U2 and Guns N' Roses.
I mean, I liked Guns N' Roses. I don't listen to them now. Even if I did, they'd be banging. That shit hits different. But U2.
How the fuck do we even have it? I feel like I'm in a fever dream. or
U2
something.
were good up until like 98. After that, yeah,
You
fuck
two
'em.
are never good.
Yes, they
dude.
were.
No, they were not.
Atom Baby
Oh
is a
my
banger.
God.
Right, let's not have this argument. Let's find some unilaterally within this to all agree on.
All right, favourite supergroup?
Ah, what the fuck? I don't know.
Cream?
Dirty Mac.
Yeah, Dirty Mac's a shout, man.
Fucking
I
Mitch
dunno, man.
Mitchells, Keith Richards, John Lennon, and Eric Clapton.
Antonio, I mean, did
I had a bit of a
song
thing
as well.
with Mitch
did.
Mitchell's once. I was watching. I went around with mates, and they were watching. Oh no, yeah. I was on my own. Right.
I was sat in a
wanking into
room.
my own
Yeah.
asshole. But like, I was around a mates, and he was watching Gary Moore doing this. It was like on Sky Arts. Gary Moore doing like a
Hendrix thing.
Hendrix
It's
thing,
fucking bullshit.
and like it was the drummer who I think he'd played with like.
Oh, you
Primal
told me the
Scream or
story.
something. And like I was going, fucking, what is this? And like I'm not a big Gary Moore fan. I love Thin Lizzy and I love Hendrix, but Gary Moore ain't need
And
that
it,
really.
yeah.
But like, so was watching this thing and he was going, fucking look at him, he's fucking brilliant, he's fucking brilliant. I was like, it's fucking Gary Moore, he's like a scentless fart. It's not fucking funny.
A scentless fart.
So like, I was watching it, I was like, oh right, whatever. The drummer ain't fucking Mitch Mitchell. Mitch Mitchell. Ain't fucking Mitch Mitchell. Kept saying it.
I want to point out, if you don't know, a drummer.
I'm a drummer. So like, then he like, because it was a live thing, like Gary Moore just went, okay, thanks for coming and whatnot on this shit on stage, and went, I'd like to introduce a very good friend of ours and a very good friend of Jimmy's, Mr. Mitch Mitchell. And he walked on, and I went, fucking here we go.
And?
Here we go now. Mitch Mitchell let me down there.
Yeah, I remember you telling me the story. You're like, he fucking sucked.
And I was literally just fucking sat there going, fuck, you shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have fucking played.
Okay, I've changed my answer. Best supergroup is Temple of the Dog. It was when the original singer of what ended up being Pearl Jam were called Mother Love Bone. His name was Andy Wood. He died in 1990. And Chris Cornell got together with the people from Mother Love Bone and Eddie Vedder and did an album called Temple of the Dog. And then Pearl Jam were born after that.
Audioslave's a good supergroup.
Oh, that's a rad supergroup. I'll change my answer. Audioslave. Like, their first album is the best album to drive to in the fucking world.
So
It's the only Audioslave album I
Say again.
listen to.
You're clipping a little bit.
Do a clip.
Clipping, you're turning red. Because you're loud, you're like this.
Really?
Hello.
I'm very loud.
Just passionate.
Audioslave.
What other supergroups are
Probot.
there? Kind of.
They're all fucking shit.
Because he kind of, like, Dave Grohl recorded everything and then just had, like, guys come in and do the singing, didn't he? Other supergroups?
I suppose Foos now are almost a supergroup.
They're not.
Because you got obviously Dave Grohl, Nirvana. You got fucking
Pat Smear.
Pat Smear.
From the Meat Puppets. Was he in the Meat Puppets?
Pat Smear
you
played
all
guitar
fucking-
for
Pat
Nirvana.
Smear, he was
Yeah.
in the Germs.
Oh, he was in the Germs.
Jesus.
And he was in Nirvana. He was officially
in
a member of
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Tyler Hawkins is Alanis Morissette drummer.
Yeah, banging.
Yeah, but
I love
it's not
Alanis Morissette.
No, she's rad, but
It's almost a supergroup.
I guess they're more of a
Better band than Led Zeppelin.
fuck's sake. So,
That's a joke, that's a joke,
No,
that's a joke.
I'm going to tell this story because we're coming to the end. When I met Alfie, it was 2019, and we were at Download Festival, which is a stone's throw from here, and we were having a conversation about music,
Yeah.
which is, as you'll probably gather, something that we talk about a lot. And you said that the biggest, the version of Zeppelin.
No, wrong.
What did you say?
I said that. Let me.
It was like no one could sell out a stadium.
So how big?
Oh,
Led
we were talking
Zeppelin
about how
are.
there's no bands the size of Zeppelin anymore.
There's no bands the
remember
size of Zeppelin.
And
I
he
said
went
Foo
Foo Fighters.
Because what other rock band could you fill out a stadium? And then you said Chili Peppers, and I was like, yeah, cool. But like, there's no rock bands that can really do that apart from the Foo Fighters. and
But
Chili
don't
Peppers.
ever put Zeppelin and
Queens
Foo
could do
Fighters
it.
in the
Queens
same
do it.
sentence.
No,
I don't think
Queens
they would.
couldn't do it.
I don't think they could.
Queen's fucking second headline Leeds Fest this year,
And second headline Download when we saw him.
and they pulled out because they couldn't be asked to fucking isolate. Josh Homme, you twat.
I think Queens are one of those bands that, like, if you're a Queens fan, you put rose tinted glasses on them. I don't think they're like.
They're not
'cause-
really
I do
relevant
love
anymore, are
Queen.
they?
No, I think they're losing it. I think that Mark Ronson album was bullshit. I don't care how much people
Like,
say
they
Village
could-
is a great album.
They could release an album now.
It's a
and
good
no one's gonna
album.
give
I
a shit.
enjoyed it.
It's a good album,
It's
but
an
it's not a good
enjoyable
Queens
album.
album.
No, it's not a good Queens album.
It's a good stand. If that was their first album, it's banging.
I like
Yeah.
Era Vulgaris, I do.
I think it's a great album.
Error of Orgas is and great cover art.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, is that the one with the bulb?
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
bulb.
the bulbs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the best Queens cover art?
probably that.
Yeah.
I'd say that. I'd say, actually no, self-titled.
Yeah, with the
It's got-
pants.
It's got a lady on
It's
it.
got a lady in the pants.
She's in her pants.
Or Rated R. No, Rated R's pretty shit.
Yeah, it's a bit bland.
Actually, you know what? All of their album cover art's pretty shit.
Yeah, they're quite a mediocre band.
They are. Like, visually, if you're going to sell yourself, they're all a bit there. Like, Caius were better.
Can you
Oh,
agree?
Kais would definitely fucking better.
No,
Yeah,
visually.
of course.
Not as a band. As a band, Queens get it all day.
No, Queens as a band are mediocre.
I don't know. I'll
Just
think
blues.
I'll prefer
Songs for the
Kais to
Deaf
Queen.
is just flawless. Songs for the Deaf
Yeah,
is
it's
fucking
one of the
flawless.
best albums ever in my eyes.
Yeah, no, I'd argue the last 20 years, especially in terms of like alternative music, it's up there.
Oh, I think it's up there with Nevermind.
It's not even close.
Not close to Nevermind.
Not even the same conversation.
I think it is.
Really?
Prove me wrong.
When did Songs
Actually,
for
you
the
know
Deaf
what?
come out?
You know what? No. I completely 180 on that. It's probably better. Like, I'm going to go as far as to say.
Thank you.
Only because I think Inutra's a better album.
When did Songs for the Deaf come out?
2000.
Yeah, I prefer it.
2002.
2000.
Oh, the
I was
2000.
pretty sure it was on the money 2000.
It was 2000, 2001. It was one of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Which I really want to. I just want to mention White Stripes. I still think White Stripes are the best band of the last 20 years.
Oh my days!
No,
Fucking
no, that's
Elephant is such a fucking amazing
Like,
album.
genuinely, it's phenomenal.
It's fucking
Yeah, they are
great.
good.
And so is
Elephant
Icky
is
Thump.
fucking
I wouldn't
sick.
say last 20 years.
I'd say the last
but-
since the turn of the millennium, I think White Stripes are the best band.
Fucking Arctic Monkeys are the best band of the past 20 years.
You're allowed to think that, but you're wrong.
I didn't. I couldn't even listen to that. Was the last album the fucking?
That's the
Moonbase?
best album. That's the best album.
Nah.
They're a poor man's White Stripes.
The last,
Did I?
the last album for Arctic Monkeys was just Alex Turner wanting to be David Bowie.
No, it weren't, mate. It was Alex
Absolutely.
Turner that just fucking watched every Stanley Kubrick film ever and just wrote a fucking album about a hotel on the moon. And it's so fucking good because no one expected it. And it's produced amazingly. And I think the instruments that they used and the way that it was recorded using like old tape machines and shit. I'm just like, it's like a movie. It's great.
It sounds great, but to me, the songs ain't no.
Yeah, and that's what White Stripes they are.
Yeah.
Like flawlessly.
I think, like, I love Arctic Monkeys, but the thing, especially with the new album, is like Alex Turner was just trying to get as many big words as he could.
No,
into a
man.
song.
Like you found a thesaurus the day before.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh
literally,
shit!
yeah.
Let's
You know what
rewrite
fucking-
all of these songs.
What pisses me off about it is that when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, it sounds nothing like the Arctic Monkeys," and I was like, "Well, yeah, because every other Arctic Monkeys album is like an era in their life."
Yeah, they changed a lot.
Like-
Well,
like-
IM's their best album.
No, that's the worst one.
It's the
Yeah.
best album. IM's banging.
Adolescent Flora.
Like,
Fluorescent.
do I want to
I
know?
think-
And are you mine? I'm being that guy.
Dude,
A
that is
fucking-
the most fucking.
I really liked Humbug, but I think it's just
Yeah, Humbug's
it's
good.
just the age I was when it came out.
The problem with me though,
Into
Arctic
it.
Monkeys when they came out were very much a product of the internet, which isn't a bad thing by any means.
Yeah,
But it was that almost kind of like
the first album was amazing. The first album was
But
great.
they seemed to lack sincerity initially. Like it came after. I do think it came afterwards.
Yeah.
But I think initially they were almost kind of like what's radio friendly.
No,
indie
no
pop.
fucking way, mate. The first album's literally about getting pissed in Sheffield in nightclubs.
Which is what the culture was at the time for
Yeah, no,
everyone.
exactly. So then when everyone's saying the new album's like, "Oh, it's not Arctic Monkeys, mate. My man's a millionaire that lives
No,
in Los
I
Angeles."
get that,
Like he's
but
gonna be
like-
singing
My
about.
man.
my man,
My man, Alex.
my man.
He's,
But I
mate,
get
he's
that.
got loads of fucking money. He's got about 7 Subarus.
He's got 7 Subarus.
7 Subarus.
And on that note,
and
we
inside his
are
7
over again.
Subarus, he's got 7 Subarus.
And not a sick jar in sight.
Oh,
we ain't
motherfucker.
stopping yet, man. I've been for a piss and everything.
We want to carry on. We can make it a bit longer.
We'll make it a bit longer.
Make it-
It's
make
a
it
bit
a-
of a treat.
Okay,
Okay,
so
no.
my good friend Alex Turner
Your man.
is a
My
millionaire
man.
that lives in LA and he shags models. You really think he's going to be singing about smashing a baz in a field in Sheffield?
Smashing a
Like,
baz.
no, he's not. Like, obviously, he's
I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying is there seemed to lack sincerity on the first album. It did seem like a radio friendly unit shifter.
like
Bang,
two out of
what's the
the
tune as well, which
Right,
is a
it
fucking
was.
nice.
2 out of the 3 songs were like.
You're
radio
welcome
friendly.
for that one, and thank you for getting it. I
Dude,
appreciate you.
When the sun goes down, it's about,
I'll high
about a
five your
prostitute.
fist.
Say again.
When the sun goes down is about a prostitute and a pimp picking up a prostitute.
I went to college with a girl in that video.
Really?
Did you actually?
Yeah,
What
she
with
went
the
to-
prostitute?
She went to Burton College at the same time.
No,
I went to Burton
fucking
College.
We were in the
way.
same.
It was a fucking awful
we were in,
college.
yeah, it's not great.
I spent most of it drunk.
But
I'm
we
not
went.
gonna lie.
Yeah, that's,
Me and Alf had a teacher at school that was in the fucking Wham video.
Yeah, last Christmas.
Never shut the fuck
Really?
up about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So
At the
it's-
table.
Wham
Yeah,
released
it's at the table.
a video
it's
last
fucking-
Christmas.
Wait, they're not called Wham. They're called Wham. The exclamation mark is there for a reason.
That's when you start clipping, when you start shouting stupid shit.
Was
Wait,
on
I
about,
don't care.
We was on about
I've got to turn myself down when you told off.
with his.
Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah?
that,
You like that?
Just make it,
There was a
make it
song
more so
on
we can't
in the
hear you.
pub.
I might
the
just
other
turn it,
day.
just crank it.
And I can't remember what Wham song it was or George Michael song it was. But I always said, "Is this Wham or George Michael?"
You mean Wham?
Wham, because it was either like
You
Wham.
can't call your band name
It was
a thing and have an exclamation mark and not expect emphasis when you say Wham.
yeah. Like you remember when you used to remember when people were into fucking Hadouken?
Hadouken. I was never into Hadouken.
Only had like one song.
I don't know who
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are.
But
I
anyway.
missed that day.
What's the
Yeah,
fucking...
good.
Hadouken!
What was the genre for that?
Yeah, but people used to say the band name.
Wasn't
like
that an Shikari thing?
No, it was a band.
It was
called-
No,
like...
Hadouken is a
Came
fucking
out-
Street Fighter.
No, I know it is.
Oh.
Came out about the same time as Take to the Skies.
I know what that is.
What was the fucking genre
Good.
for that? What was the genre for fucking Hadouken shit? Fucking...
It was
It was like
crazy fucking.
something. It was something core. It was just
No,
something
it
core.
was-
Yeah.
Add word core.
Core. Yeah.
But
No,
like,
definitely wasn't something
what was
core.
it saying about? What was it saying about before?
Wham. Oh,
Wham.
George Michael.
Wham. So I was like, is it a Wham song or is it like an early George Michael song? And in fact, like after minutes of debate. It was a George Michael song, but it was one of the George Michael songs that was on a Wham album.
A Wham album.
Wham album. But he credited Andrew Ridgeley as well.
Oh, okay.
And we were saying it's just like it's old Georgie going. Tell you what, Andy, mate.
I got you, boo.
Get yourself a pint.
Yeah, get yourself Subaru.
Get yourself some crisps.
Fucking the other day, we were like, fucking sort yourself out, mate. Sort yourself out.
Get yourself Subaru.
Points on me.
Get yourself a Subaru.
I like that our in-joke on this podcast is now going to be a Subaru consistently.
Get yourself a Subaru.
Like, that's what it's going to be now.
know.
That's it forever.
Andy.
It's just a Subaru.
Andy,
Jake,
mate,
if you
you
don't
want to look
buy
good on
When
you?
we make enough money,
Subaru.
Subarus all round.
Subaru.
You get a Subaru. You get a Subaru. Everybody gets a Subaru.
And then we could all.
Can you imagine if we get getting sponsored by anyone but Subaru?
That's a goal. That's
the
our
goal.
ceiling. That's our ceiling.
It's gonna be a fucking Elvis thing, innit? Every fucking show's like, brand new Cadillac.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Subaru's
saying.
gonna be like, fucking stop giving out Subarus to all
Stop
your
giving out
fucking
Subarus.
listeners.
Yeah.
All your 4 listeners. Stop giving out fucking Subarus.
Yeah, at least
I thought episode 3 must be up to 8 now.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
Minimally.
If not, then I'm just gonna start fucking buying crystals and
No, you're fucking not, mate. No, you're fucking not.
I need the power of crystals.
Now, because of his reaction alone, I want you to come covered in crystals.
I can get some crystals. I don't know a shop in town. I know a man.
Which are crystals or crystal meth? Like, just to clarify.
Meth.
Well,
Meth.
Mate, fuck
Meth.
it. I tell you what, crystal meth probably does more to you than a fucking crystal fucking.
Go on, mate.
Is that up there with people who believe in star signs? The crystal thing.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
They go hand in hand.
They have to charge their crystals under the full moon.
Presume. Is that what they do?
Yeah. And then they put a glass of water out when there's a full moon.
I have a question. Going back to that, do you know any?
Are people treating crystals like fucking Santa?
No, apparently they charge and they lose the
Leave
energy.
it
Right, but do we?
cookie.
Right, and I'm not being sexist in this, but I'm going to sound it.
Oh,
but that's
God.
fine. But do we know any dudes who follow star signs?
Yeah, I know a few.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a few online as well.
Okay.
But it's a
That's
select
that.
few.
That's that. No, I don't know any.
I don't know.
But I know
don't
girls
know.
that do. So I
Yeah.
was like, it was a valid question. You've given me a valid answer, and I'm fine with that.
There we go.
They're all dickheads, though.
Do you want them to kill themselves immediately?
No, I never said kill yourself.
I mean, you literally
Yeah.
roll the clip.
If you believe in that and you judge someone over that, fucking die. I said go and die.
Oh, okay. No, you say kill yourself.
No, I didn't say kill me. I'd never say that.
He said you should.
Oh, you should die. Okay.
What's the difference though?
I mean,
No,
natural causes.
I hope that the fucking crystals fall on them when they're
Not that
charged.
anyone dies with natural causes. That's not a thing anymore. I think they realised that. Oh no, like your pancreas gave out.
Yeah, you can't die of natural
Well,
causes.
the
fine,
blood.
natural
The
causes.
Did you
blood
die
rolls
from
out
natural
their-
causes? No, it was COVID.
It was COVID.
COVID.
COVID 19.
When did COVID start becoming COVID and not fucking Corona?
Coronavirus.
It's both depending on who you speak to.
No, but like everyone was
But you
calling
can't-
it Corona. I think the people at the Corona
Company were like, we need to.
No, apparently their
people-
sales dropped.
Oh,
Yeah,
massively,
dude,
because
no-
Americans believe that if you drank Corona, the beer, you would get Corona.
Looking back
The
on
virus.
the start of the pandemic, it's fucking mad. Like how you could go to a supermarket. Do you know what really freaked me out? Like you go to the supermarket, there'd be nothing, but there'd be like no pasta, but there'd be whole grain pasta.
So I'm in Asda and all of the got
I never
fucking
went to any
bottles of Corona.
supermarkets for
Yeah,
all
that's-
aisles and aisles of Corona.
There was so much Corona, like it was weird. Like,
It took me 6 months of the pandemic before I went to a supermarket.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just refused to.
I was just fucking stunting around there.
I only refused to because of the fucking lines.
No, that's what I mean. Like that, I'm not saying out of any other reason.
How did you
It
get
was
your
just-
shit?
Like any local shop where everyone just seemed to overlook.
Yeah.
There's independent
Yeah,
shops and people were just like,
Yeah,
they
there was
don't
like
exist.
floor to ceiling toilet roll.
That's what I
corner
mean.
Shops and shit.
So I literally just go to any local shop and they were still fully stocked.
yeah, that's true.
But every dickhead went to Sainsbury's and was like, "Oh, what I've got queued for
Fuck
7 hours."
Sainsbury's.
All right, Amazon boy.
We've,
They're single-handedly funded.
Welcome
UK.
to the podcast in which
Not
we tear
single-handedly.
Alfie's plasters straight off, and then he goes mental about him.
No, Sainsbury's is
we're
cool.
here
Asda's cool.
Wait, you can't contradict your immediate fuck Sainsbury's now, but they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool though. They got cool shit.
I
Like,
mean, I get my
They
petrol
got
from Sainsbury's.
they do
The-
usually have like a fairly good vegan.
I don't really shop in Sainsbury's.
Oh, have you had the
Vegan.
fucking pucker pie fucking vegan shit?
yeah, they sell it everywhere though, mate.
I've only seen it in Sainsbury's, man.
Yeah, they sell it in Asda.
Oh, I
I've only
seen
seen
it,
one
man.
chippy, which is down the road, that does it. Like a
Mm.
chippy that does it.
Yeah,
I ain't had it. I still ain't had it.
it's good, man. It's good.
It's good.
But yeah, Sainsbury's is cool. Like Asda's
Talk about
cool.
vegan
I don't
food.
eat pies.
What's your favourite supermarket?
Asda.
Really?
I'm all for Walmart. Give me that corporate bullshit.
Audi, absolutely Audi.
There was
Aldi,
there was a time, right?
Wait, what's yours?
Audi's
I
got
don't
good
know.
fucking like
I-
vegan.
no,
veg.
I haven't spent enough time in. I like Lidl. I like
The
Lidl.
reason I'm going with Asda is simply because it's the one I've gone to the most.
Yeah, same. But like, I like Lidl for the bakery.
Like, I don't do Marks and Spencer's because I'm not that bougie. I don't do Sainsbury's because still I'm not that
Sainsbury's is
bougie.
quite expensive, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Although
that
I
bougie.
bought some fucking beer from there the other day. It cost me £1 something.
Yeah,
Their
what was it? Though?
Halloween section
I don't know.
is the
Sainsbury's own
shit,
dude.
though.
It was good shit, man. It was
But Sainsbury's Halloween aisle it fucking hits different.
There's
like for real.
there was one time in which if you rang Will, he was either at home or at Asda.
Oh, Asda.
He'd just go Asda.
Yeah.
Like, he'd
I
like,
do like Asda. And it's 24 hours as well.
You'd
So
like get
I love
pissed.
going in there at like 3 a.m. when there's no one around.
I'd-
then you do your food.
Yeah,
I'd
shop.
go out with our mates and fucking get pissed, and then like Will would be doing something else, and like going on a date or some shit, or going out with some other mates. So about ring him and be like, where are you back? You back from that, mate? You coming down from? He's like, nah, I'm just in Asda. So what you doing? He's on.
But going to
walking around
Asda, like
Asda.
no, going to Asda when they're restocking is like a different experience.
Oh yeah.
Like, 'cause you can go at like 7 p.m. when it's like busy.
I love it, man. I love it.
No, when you go at 2 a.m. there's just no one around.
I went to Asda once when I was like 16 in a Chewbacca onesie, and I had a conversation with a guy stuck in the shelves for about an hour about Star Wars. because he does night shifts, he doesn't speak to
Yeah,
no one.
yeah.
There's just any opportunity that they can have to have a
No, it's
conversation.
honestly like the best time to go supermarket shopping.
I was
is,
once
like,
at
AMs.
Asda. I was once at Asda and I got bored in the queue, so I lifted my empty trolley. Just being a dickhead to whoever I was with, then I just lifted it. I went, oh, like, just being a fucking idiot. And the woman behind the till just went, "You're strong." And I was like, thanks.
I went to
I've
Asda
been just bench
once when I
pressing
was drunk.
fucking
I
trolleys.
I left the club drunk and went to Asda, and me and my mate were like, we have to pick clothes here and wear them and do our full shopping in them, and wore a polka dot black dress.
Nice.
We went. Me, Will, and Mauve once went to Uproar in Birmingham, and it was a beach party thing in the middle of summer. So we went to Asda and we all bought a different Hawaiian shirt, and Mauve was laughing so loud you could hear it all over fucking Asda because he'd found the shorts that he'd always all wanted to wear, and they were like
Shorts.
they were canary yellow Batty riders.
But as Batty riders a term you want to go with?
That is the only way you can
Okay,
describe
that's fair.
them.
I mean, I know what you mean by that, so
We all bought them, and
I'm getting cancelled.
we went to
Batty does mean bum though.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it
might-
means
it might
that
be
they
by
were
that.
that high up.
We're back. We're good.
They were that high up that
We're good. We're good. We were cancelled for a moment.
that
We're
you
fine.
could see
Uncancelled.
one's Batty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were riding the
The
wearer's
Batty.
Batty.
The wearer's Batty.
And so we went to Uproar to this summer themed night they're having, and because Will went, I'll buy the tickets, and fuck it, you know what? There's a queue jump as well, so I'll buy them. So we turned up.
They had a queue jump.
Yeah,
Uproar.
I mean,
It's not on towers.
there was a fair queue, but like when we got there was a fair queue, like a really fucking long queue. So we could walk past.
Did you go past like in Waynesville
and
with your
just
backstage
get in.
passes?
But the thing is, we were dressed in the canary yellow Batty riders and the thing, and no one else. Was
Oh,
dressed
really?
up. So it was a queue, like it was a fucking like you'd be if you were at the back of the queue, you'd be waiting 20 minutes.
Okay.
Easy.
I was just regularly dressed.
Me, Mulville, walking past them, sunglasses, Hawaiian shirts, canary yellow Batty riders,
Can you just say short shorts?
short.
I like the name Batty Rider.
Wear short
Yeah, they're Batty
shorts.
riders. We all know Batty riders. What
Is the word Batty not used like very commonly?
I think I just think of Ali G
I don't
and
think
the
I've used it a
negative
lot.
homosexual connotation that came
so.
with
But
it.
that came after the word Batty.
Yeah, obviously he didn't invent it.
Because if you're a Batty boy, that means you like bum.
I don't think in the past 10 years I've heard the word batty. With
Oh yeah, like I haven't heard it as many times as I have in the last 10 minutes.
Man. It's
Is
making a
it?
comeback, yeah.
Is it?
My guy got a big bat.
Is that your dad?
There's a bit.
My
in,
dad's got a big batty.
I was gonna say like if you have a massive batty, that's like what chavs say.
Yeah, but ain't it Bunda now?
Yeah, I suppose.
That's
Bunda?
the thing, yeah.
One day, yeah.
God.
No idea. I'm 38.
Oh, yeah,
Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Some of this
Batty,
podcast would be me and Sonny learning young
No,
words.
genuinely, I'm just like, oh, is that what people in their 20s are saying now? Batty's on its way back.
Just big mum, innit?
I don't know.
I want to
these
bring
things.
Batty back.
You got a big
You
Batty.
want to bring Batty back?
I want to bring Batty back.
Certainly gave you back up Batty.
Batty crease. What was that?
Batty crease, yeah,
Batty
that's
crease.
nothing that's like
Is
an
that
Is that
insult.
just an arsehole?
No, it's an arse
No, it's
crack.
not
no,
your ass
sure,
crack.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
crease.
The
crevice.
It's literally in the name.
Batty
I'm
crease.
38 and I know that.
Yeah, but an arse crack is less offensive than an arsehole, though, isn't it? So your Batty crease, yeah, but at least I had an arsehole.
Batty, hello.
Yeah,
Arse
Batty
crack is
hole.
less yeah, it is. 'Cause
Batty
like,
hole.
yeah, it's only less offensive because assholes where the shit comes out
Oh,
of.
people
Yeah,
say
exactly, and a
bundahole
fucking-
now then.
No, mate, don't work like that.
What
It's
was that?
Too much of a mouthful.
What is a mouthful?
Bundahole.
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 Bunda is like the voluptuous
dump truck ass,
aspect
innit?
of it. Yeah.
I feel like at the end of every episode we should have like some like a vernacular conversation.
I don't know though
What?
because I'm not in the fucking chatty
loop.
scene.
Well, I've just learnt this from you. So.
no, but like,
Is this roadman talk?
you
yeah,
have
it is
you
roadman
did
talk,
you
okay.
did refer to Alex.
yeah, but because that's
What's
just
the
as
name?
my
for
man.
fucking- as
As my man.
My man's a millionaire.
My
man.
man's a millionaire. In where was he? France? Is he in France?
No, man. My man's in fucking Los Angeles. That was a terrible Chabby
was-
accent.
Look, you're
My
good at accents.
man's-
You're the best one here, and that was horrendous.
Yeah, that was terrible.
you done yourself.
If he was Geordie, I'd be all over.
There is that.
Yeah, but he wasn't, was he? No, they're from fucking Sheffield.
They're from
aren't they?
Sheffield, yeah.
Sheffield.
I wonder why you went with Geordie. I thought maybe that was just your strongest accent.
And the worst of the Sheffield accent is Ollie Sykes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard him talk or sing.
He sounds thick.
It's probably because
No, but
you
like
fucking
it,
you supported
like-
him.
I have, yeah.
You have
Years
supported
ago,
What band was that?
God. It was a metal band I was in as a child.
what were they called?
Above Ruin. Great name.
What was below ruin?
Bring the horizon.
More ruin.
Below Ruin with the
So if you're above ruin, then you're not within the realm of ruin.
no, well,
Were
Below
you
Ruin.
free of ruin?
Below Ruin were a tribute band to the band I was in.
Oh, okay.
So because we were that fucking sick.
I
you
mean-
did support like the biggest rock band in the country at the minute though.
Yeah, but they weren't then.
technically.
No, they
like,
weren't. But that's still
then.
crazy though.
No,
it
is, yeah.
was sold out. It was a sold out.
Are
gig.
they the biggest? Yeah,
Yes.
they probably are.
They
aren't
they wouldn't let us in there. They in the venue that it was in Tamworth. Is now a fucking sports bar in it, Corey's.
Yeah.
But it was a decent venue.
It was a
like,
decent
Was it
venue.
the
And
Palace?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Palace.
yeah.
Yeah. And like there was a big backstage area. Like it was, you could get fucking 5 bands in there comfortably, and their stuff, and chill out. And there's fucking fridge and sofas, and you can fucking chill out and fucking drink, chat to the other bands. And then on the other side of the stage was a cupboard, right? And they'd just keep, general shit in there from the fucking
General shit.
general shit. Just they keep general shit in there from the fucking venue and whatnot. They wouldn't let anyone in the big backstage area with them, including the band that they were touring with.
Okay.
So it was 2 local supports, my old band and another band
And then bring
from
me.
around here, and the band that they were touring in the cupboard. And Bring Me the Horizon were in the big room.
This was like early Bring Me as well, where they're not even big enough.
This was
I
think it was the
2007,
first album.
2008.
Playing Tamworth, you ain't fucking big enough to have
Was
a
it the
fucking room to yourself.
whatever they put out?
The biggest band they played that I remember was like the Automatic. And they had that
Yeah.
what's
They had
that coming over
Waiters,
the hill?
and
Oh, they did have
had,
Waiters, yeah.
Real Big Fish played there as
Yeah.
well.
Compared to back in the day when you had fucking Beatles, Stones, Robertson play fucking Tamworth as well.
Yeah,
like,
but they were tiny then, weren't they?
yeah, but still, like,
Yeah, I mean, they
No,
played the
it's
Art Centre,
definitely
which is now like a
cooler.
marriage venue.
It's definitely cooler,
Yeah.
but they definitely played it
The
when,
Cranberries played there as well.
with the stuff.
well,
but-
that was assembly rooms, though, wasn't it?
No, that was the Art Centre.
How was it?
The
It is
Beatles played the
now.
assembly rooms.
Did they?
Yeah.
So the Art Centre was where, where the like
is
the,
it what pub is it in Tamworth that Mick Jagger's
Stone
still
Cross.
banned from?
Yeah,
Oh,
Stone
Stone
Cross.
Cross.
Took
Yeah.
a piss at the bar. didn't
which
it?
is so next to that,
To
the
be
wedding
fair,
venue.
To be fair,
There's
I
what?
don't think
The
he'll turn
wedding
up.
venue next to that pub.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
That used to be a bar
Oh, okay.
called the Art Centre,
Oh right.
and that's where the Stones played.
Yeah, cool.
No, they played at the assembly rooms.
Oh,
as
did
well.
they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone
I
played
got
there.
this fucking documentary at home, and the first thing that came up was Tamworth, I was like, fucking alright, hometown. And it was like, yeah, the Stones played at the Assembly Rooms in Tamworth. Mick Jagger went to the Old Stone Cross. He urinated up the bar and got banned for life.
You know there are tunnels that lead from the Old Stone Cross to the Castle Hotel and the castle.
Yeah. And from the fucking Colin Grace,
Yes.
which was an old fucking police
And all
station.
those tunnels are full of Mick Jagger's piss. This is a fucking deep sea diver style.
Do you think that Mick Jagger could walk into the Stone Cross now and be like, hey, fuck off, you're banned?
I'd
I would love
You
it.
think?
I would
borrow
love
him.
that.
I'd borrow him.
I'd love that as well. That'd make me want to drink in there.
Yeah.
Because he'd
But if they barred him,
probably
what's in there?
to be fair, he'd probably
Yeah.
go,
If they
fuck
barred
it,
him.
right.
Mick, fuck off.
No,
Walk
they
round
barred
to
him.
the
They
peel
barred him for
where
life.
we'll be.
They barred Mick Jagger for life.
But
and
they
it's
haven't
still,
got,
I
like,
think-
you think they'd have a plaque or
I
something
think they
to
do.
say?
I think they
don't
do.
know, I ain't seen
It's
it.
a shit pub.
It's
It's
a shit
a
pub.
fucking
I'm not surprised he
terrible
pissed up
Fucking
it.
awful pub.
I'd piss
Yeah.
up it. I don't care being banned for life.
I mean, to be fair,
I think the difference now,
now
is like, you know, back then you piss up the fucking bar in the Old Stone Cross, you get banned for life. You piss up at night, and you get knocked the fuck out.
I think the thing
Yeah.
is, there's probably only one bar in Tamworth that we all mutually respect, and that's it.
The Peel.
The Peel, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rest
Shout
of them.
out to the
Shout
Peel.
out
The peel. Big man, them the peel. My man Tone.
My man,
man,
my man, Tone.
My man
Living
Tony.
it up
The Peel
in
though,
LA,
is the only
in his
fucking
Subaru.
Big Tony and Little Tony
The
in their
best-
Subarus.
the best Guinness in Tamworth for one.
Yeah.
All the people in there are fucking great.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
nice.
like I think the
Not all
nicest
of
thing
them. I don't know
about
all
it
of them.
is like, you know, I've been drinking the Peel for the past
4 weeks?
year or so. 4 weeks. No, but like you walk in and the bar staff know by name.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's a worrying
No, but-
anecdote
no,
of
but-
how much we drink.
It is, but it's nice though because like you walk
Yeah.
into. Right, I know people in Bonds behind the bar.
I don't anymore.
But like I walk into Bonds and I'm kind of like I don't want to be known in Bonds. I
I used to be known in Bonds, but not
walk
anymore.
I don't
into
wanna be known
Peel
anywhere.
and it's like, you know, Mitch, what you having, or you know, fucking. It's nice to have that fucking.
Yeah.
How you doing? Like
Yeah.
it's,
like
it's comfortable.
Do you remember the
kinda
Peel
like-
had outside seats out the front?
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
sitting there just getting fucking wankered out my head from my mate going up to the bar proxy buy me beers. I don't care. I'm not gonna get fucking arrested.
You are now.
No, it's done. It's done. Let's
Citizens
sound
arrest, I'm doing it.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police.
But I used to sit out the
I'm
front.
telling me, Mom.
I used to sit out the front and get
Sir Robert Peel himself is going to come back from the dead and arrest
Which
you.
one?
the ghost of Sir Robert Peel.
There's like 7 of
Sir
them.
Robert Peel.
Remember last year? Then you know, honestly, genuinely, this is the thing, right? So last year, I went to 2 Black Lives Matter marches, protests,
Same.
whatever, in Birmingham. Yeah, I saw you at one of them.
Both of them.
I saw you both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And they had one in Tamworth, and a guy emailed me to say that we're doing this. Do you want to come down? And I was like, "You're very white to be putting on Black Lives Matter protest. Like, go for it if you want to, but just make sure you do it for the right intentions, right?" Then, with misinformation, I did say to him, "You do know that the statue in the centre of Tamworth is of Sir Robert Peel, who was a guy who appealed against the freedom of slaves in this country. He created a protest, took it to Manchester, took it to the Supreme Court." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that." I was like, "Whatever you do with that information is up to you." That information spread like wildfire to the point where it made national news and it was on the cover of every single newspaper. And that statue got boxed up.
Yeah, it did.
It took very little Googling for me to realise it wasn't him, it was his dad.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I genuinely think the reason that statue got boxed up and it made front headline news was my fault. But I was wrong. And that's why I think it was my fault, because I literally was wrong on it. And nobody else would have been, because
Yeah.
it took a very quick Google
You
search.
should have Googled it before you boxed
Yeah,
it up, shouldn't you?
really. Well, yeah.
The majority of the people that
Hey,
are
helped you
around
with
that
that plywood.
statue
Yeah.
were all uneducated people.
Well, yeah, there
as
were.
well.
Because I remember
Right.
I did go to the protest in Tamworth as well. But yeah, we hung out.
Yeah, man, it was my birthday.
It was your birthday? Yeah. And we walked past the statue afterwards, and it was very much England fans, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, big, massive knobheads.
Like football fans with their bulldog tattoos.
Fuck 'em all, man.
Drinking non-English beer,
yeah, most likely. And
shouting, "I want Britain to be about
Yeah,
British."
mate,
Yeah,
but they're
shouting
not
Rule
fucking.
Britannia.
They're not worth the air that comes out your mouth. So
I thought you said the hair then. Like, you,
Oh, did you?
I thought the hair that comes
How
out.
much hair's coming out your fucking mouth? Man?
Right,
Do you not shave your tongue?
I want to. Wait, what?
Not today.
That's episode 4. I need to piss really bad.
yeah, let's wrap it up, man.
Should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it.
Before you-
wrap it
what's the expression? What was it? What was that Jew's name?
Subaru.
No, you remember that really old Westwood, Tim Westwood?
Tim Westwood.
Tim Westwood.
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Have you got an explosion sound?
No.
Oh, fuck.
That's the worst one to press. No, don't press it again because it just keeps doing it. Just, oh my God.
Okay, boy.
Stop.
Wait, what's your goat?
Okay.
Oh, the goat of the episode.
When we was having a
quite good ones.
when we was
What
having
the
a deep
fuck have we talked about?
we was having a deep
Oh,
conversation
shit.
about religion, and then Jenk was just thinking about his favourite Melvins album.
Melvin album. I'm going with Scorpios. That's my goat of the episode.
Scorpions, they are pretty badass. though.
Scorpions.
I think Alfie's apology is the goat.
Nah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I mean, on review, there'll probably be more things we need to apologise for.
Like what?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. On review,
Oh, Mabes. I don't know. Let me know.
Mabes.
Just
Is
bleep
that,
out.
is that street talk? No,
Yeah,
my goat of the episode is my man.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
I don't think anyone said either.
We said it earlier.
When did I say?
Thank you for tuning in. To the.
To the sessions.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Love you,
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Subscribe and like and
Bye,
share and tell your
listening
friends.
and all that shit.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Bye.